Anyway, we're at the Apostelkirche, and here underneath is a cemetery where a woman woke up from the dead. The story goes like this. It was the 14th century and pestilence was ruining Europe, including my hometown of Cologne. The mayor of Cologne had a young and beautiful wife, and the name of his wife was Richmodis. And Richmodis got ill. Then she got worse, and then she died. Poor Menges had to bury his wife very quickly. Because he was the mayor, he was able to organize a burial at the nearby St. Aposteln church at their tiny cemetery. But because he loved his wife very much, he wanted to appreciate her. He thought, I at least bury her with her rings and her earrings. The grave diggers saw this lovely stuff and thought, okay, well, maybe there's something in it for us. So we will come back this night. That is exactly what they did. They came back that night, they dug everything up, cracked open the coffin, and there she was. And there was the jewelry. And they went ahead. They tried to get the rings off of her. Then they heard a sigh. And then they looked up, straight into the eyes of Richmodis, who didn't know what was going on and only saw two men screaming and running away. Then she looked around herself and she realized these buried me alive. So with all her strength, she climbed out of the grave and then she walked home and she knocked on the door and a servant answered and she called up and said, it's me, it's Richmodis. The servant thought, what the hell is wrong with you? Who would say that? And then she called him by name and said, open up the door. It's really me. Open up the door. The servant went white in his face, ran up to his master and said, Master, our lady Richmodis is outside at our door. The husband of Richmodis was in mourning, of course. He buried his wife that day. And when he heard his servant say this, he replied, if my wife is outside of our door, my two horses are up in the attic. And as soon as he said this, there was clapping heard in the stairway. And a few moments later, his two white horses were up in the attic looking out of the window. And that is when Menges realized, I have magical horses. No, this is when Menges realized that his wife wasn't dead, that she was outside and she was alive. Behind me